For this video review, we're going to take a look at Transformers Battle Across Time 2-figure collection. This time, this video is going to concentrate on Maximal Skywarp. If you purchase this 2-figure set and primarily focused on the fancier figure of Sideswipe, then you are in for a treat because this is actually a better figure compared to Sideswipe. Well, Sideswipe is Sideswipe, but with this in its alternate form or in its robot form or humanoid form, articulation and details are really great. Well, if you missed Skywarp, then this is an alternate action figure that you could purchase, but the articulation points and the design actually the same. Okay, so it's going to be the Airazor figure. You could still get it at Ross for $9.99. So what is still increasing your collection with quality action figures that cost for less. So brings you more value to your collection instead of spending for the pricier or newer stuff. So this is going to be the super compressed form of Maximal Skywarp, but actually you could do this. So for flight mode, increase the wingspan that way, and you tilt the head this way, and you fold the legs this way. So actually a very playable action figure, very simple to transform back and forth, and articulation points are a ton. So for the head, we have the rotation point, we have head tilts, so just in case he's hovering around and he could move his head down that way to view for prey. Okay, and just in case he needs to swoop down, so just like the birds of prey that we see at our local parks, that whenever they see their target, time to swoop down, time to fold the wings that way. Okay, so the legs, we have landing poses or bouncing poses, so you could extend the legs that way and expand the wings that way. So look at that. Okay, so very playable action figure in its alternate form. So to compress it, so the wings have multiple points wherein you could do this, do that, fold it in that way, so do this, that, and folds in nice, and papa. So we're back to its compressed or perched form. Okay, so we have the Airazor figure out of its packaging, and we have Skywarp. So first, since these two share same features in either modes, so better presented this way. Okay, so we're going to enjoy the action figures. Okay, so let's do a quick 360. So we have the best of both worlds, both transform worlds, I mean. Okay, so for size measurement. Okay, as for height, in alternate forms, so you guys would get the idea how tall these action figures are. Okay, so the only thing that's different for this action figure is going to be the head unit and the paint job. Okay, so this is going to have those orange colors. Of course, this is going to sport a fancier head sculpt, but I'm not saying that the head unit of this action figure is going to be lame. Actually, still a very great action figure. Okay, so first let's take a look at the details of this unit. So articulation points, just the same as this one. So in its humanoid or robot form, so how much head tilts looking up, T poses. As for rotation, you have to angle those wings backwards, and you could do 360 turns on this action figure. We also have rotation on the bicep, a single point of articulation or bend on the elbow. We have a bend because of transformation feature for its alternate form, which I'm going to show later on. We don't have any rotation for the handsets. So for the waist, we have rotation on the waist. For the legs, we have forward kicks, side chicken kicks, single bend on the knee, and rotation because this is on a ball joint for the foot. We also have, because of transformation, that bend on the shin. Okay, but very articulate action figure. Take a look at that. So either ways, you're a win with this, you are a win with that. So an action figure that is highly poseable, super playable. You're going to enjoy your playtime with this action figure. So for flight poses, you could extend the wings this way, full bird mode. So makes the Super 7 action figures look really pretty dull in terms of articulation of the wings. So look at that. Okay, so multiple points here, 2 points here, even have 1 point there. So you could fold these wings several different ways as you wish. There you go. As for transformation, so let's grab the other guy. So let's start. So straighten out that head and move towards the back section and untab the weapon sets. So left and right, or right and left. Okay, there you go. So this is how the blasters look. So it is designed that way, so it's going to form or blend nicely in its alternate form, bird mode, or in its robot form. So yeah, take a look at that. So the same weapon. Okay, so just a different take, but both action figures really great. Okay, so going back to transformation mode for the action figure, well, you could even leave the wings spread that way as long as the head is stationed that way. So because we're going to rotate that in transformation mode. Okay, so we're going to first move to the tail, unhinge that tail. So peg and peg connection point. So unhinge that first, and then you're going to move towards the leg, and you're going to untab. So connection point, peg, connection point, peg. Okay, straighten out the leg this way, straighten out the shin that way, and this is going to be the front of the action figure. Okay, so you could already move this piece that way if you wish to. Either ways, that's going to be the front bend. Okay, so that's already prepared. I'm going to move it this way. So this is just following the instruction manual. Now We're going to unpeg the arms from these sections 1 and 2, those cavities I mean. And you're going to straighten out the forearm, straighten out the forearm, unfold the shoulder protectors, and resituate the arms that way. Okay. Now for this section, very easy. So you're just going to untab this section or disengage that way, and you're going to put it at an angle this way, and you're going to start to rotate this base. And as you rotate this whole section, you're going to expose the head that way. And okay, so we have a little bit of thing going on. So as you could see, the point of angle, so you're just going to compress and collapse everything as you move along in transformation mode. Okay, so first we have peg and peg hole. So you're going to connect that head to that area. Okay, and you're going to move this down that way up and start to compress it up. So okay, so we have to still, you see those hinges, you have to somehow angle those so they're going to compress down that way. Okay, so it's forming nice and easy. Okay, now once everything is pegged in, secure, there you go. Okay, so very easy transformation mode, and you could fold the wings as you wish and resituate the blastas on the forearms. Okay, so this action figure has majority about 85% white parts. Well, I prefer actually this figure compared to the other one, to Airazor, because you have those white areas wherein you could use a Gundam marker to panel line it. So you see those areas where you could panel line, which is going to increase the visibility of the details of the action figure, especially because it's white color. So I already showed the articulation points for this one, so comparison purpose. So it's just going to be a different case of the head unit. And just in case you don't want to have those Michael Bay Transformers Prime legs, so you could always do this. There you go. Because that's the only thing that is going to differentiate these two action figures as to transformation mode, but actually your preference. So these two guys are having a debate on whether which came first, the chicken or the egg. So let's break the debate. So let's transform. Okay, so let's choose this. Okay, so let's put this guy to the side. Okay, so first things first, get rid of the weapons. Okay, oops, wow, I pegged it in really hard or deep. Okay, so weapons out first. Wow, yeah, new figure out of the box. Okay, there you go. Wow, did I break anything? No, it's just going to be a very tight peg because of brand new figure. Okay. Okay, so we got rid of the weapons. So let's just put this on Skywarp. And actually, what you could even do, if you have both of these action figures, you could interchange the weapons. Give this guy the golden weapons, and give this guy the white weapons. So either way, just to provide a little bit of contrast to your action figures. Okay, so I digress. Let's go back to what we have in mind. So just straighten out those wings again. That way. Okay. Straighten out the head. Unpeg this section first. And then we're ready to fold this down first. Well, we could do that later on, or possibly even in combo, but okay. So we could either have that down, and then what you're going to do is separate this piece and start to lift these sections out. Okay, so super tight action figure. So unpeg this section and lift this section out. So it's, as I have showed earlier with this action figure, it's going to be a double hinge system, 1 and 2. So as you lift, you create space. Okay, there you go. So we already lifted that section. So as you could see, we have enough space to rotate the head to hide the robot head and expose the bird head. Okay, so very tight action figure because it's out of the box. This has been transformed 5 times. Okay, so yeah, wow. Okay, come on, cooperate. Okay, so we have the head hidden that way, and we already realigned upwards this section, so we're going to expose that cavity, but I think we're still not there. Okay, yeah, so we still need to align that forward that way, and you have pegging points. So these pegs are going to attach on those 2 tabs. Okay, so this is for humanoid form or robot form. These other 2 is going to be for bird form. Okay, so you tab it in that way. And for the head, oops, forgot we should be doing that the same time. Okay, so let's expose this powder part first. Okay, so angle that way, and it's pegged in nicely. Okay, now so leave this section as a floating piece first, and we're going to move towards this section. Okay, so bend this forearm and rotate to the side. Bend that forearm and rotate to the side, and it's ready to go inside this cavity, that cavity. So handset 1, handset 2 is going to secure in place. Okay, so there you go, handset 1 secured. Let's go to the other side. Handset 2 secured. Okay, just to realign that head. Okay, so orientation, let's check for orientation. Okay, yep, very nice. Okay, so with this section you could do this and do that. So either ways, and this section is going to tab in place there. So as you move, you peg it in. Okay, there you go. And as for this section, there you go, just fold it in that way and break that shin. So same thing that we're going to do with the other leg. Okay, so it's easier shown this way because we have more camera view. So peg hole and peg and snap into place and bend that knee. Push the chicken legs forward and break that shin. Okay, there you go. And as for the weapons, so it's going to store in this section and in this section. And as for the last piece, you have to secure that peg and connection point. Okay, so that is just going to be easy peasy. You're just going to drop it into place. There you go. Okay, so as for weapons, we're going to attach the weapons right now. So let's try the other weapon set. So let's try the white ones. Okay, so white ones on Airazor, just to provide a little bit of contrast. Okay, snap into place and snap into place. There you go. Okay, we're going to stand that action figure later on. Okay, so let's compress the wing set. For a compressed bird mode, and tilt the head unit. Okay, there you go. Hop, hoppity hop, PT hop, PT hop. Okay, provide balance, and this guy is going to sport a different weapon set, just to provide a little bit more of contrast. Okay, so loving the gold blasters on Skywarp and loving the white blasters for Airazor. So two action figures. So either ways, either action figure that you get, it's going to be a win-win for you, especially for the price point. So these are action figures, great action figures, fun to play with, highly articulated, and the great thing is the price point, $9. So $9 for this one. This is going to be a little bit more pricier because it comes in a two-figure set with sides wiper. But if you don't find that two-figure set, this is still an option for you at your local Ross. So if you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. And see you on the next action figure or custom action figure review.